Apple has developed the new MacBook to be an ultra-portable device. It's super thin, weightless, fanless, wireless, powerless, and pretty much useless. I'm Abhishek for Wheels and Chips, and this is 6 things we absolutely hate about the new MacBook 2015. And in case you love the new MacBook 2015, you can click here to watch our video about the 6 things that we love about the new MacBook 2015. So, let's begin. Number 1. The new MacBook has absolutely no card slot whatsoever. I mean, it's deemed as a portable device, or should I say an ultra-portable device, and you get no multimedia card slot with it. I mean, how can you transfer files without a multimedia card slot? That's like a quintessential thing when it comes to the ultra-portable devices. So, that's a big minus for me. Moving on. Number 2. The MacBook has an Intel Core M processor that's certified to be a netbook processor. I mean, you're paying like $1,200 and what you get in return is a Core M processor. I don't think that's going to be enough even to power the Retina display on the MacBook 2015. I mean, the Retina display is like 2K resolution and the Core M processor is almost similar to the processors that you get on your mobile devices. So don't expect to do any kind of photo editing or video editing stuff. I mean, photo editing is okay depending on the software you use, but video editing is a strict no-no. You can probably try the iMovie editor, but even then it's not going to cut it. It's going to be super slow. Despite of the fact that Apple states this can turbo boost up to 2.9 GHz on select variants, such as the 1.3 GHz variant, even then that's not going to be enough. Since the base clock speed of the processor is just 1.1 GHz, and at maximum you can get 1.3 GHz on the top variant, and you don't get the option to opt for an AMD or an NVIDIA GPU. So that's again a big no-no, a big minus I would say. Moving on, number 3, you get only 512 GB of storage at maximum. Yep, just 512 GB of storage at maximum, and you're paying $1,200 for it. So that's not exactly top of the line specs, since we've moved way past the 512 GB and we're into the 1 TB offering as a minimum baseline specification for a device. So that's again a big no-no for me. Moving on with number 4. You get a fixed amount of RAM and you cannot upgrade. The RAM they're offering you is an 8 GB version. I mean, that's not less, but then you cannot opt for 16 GB variants. So some of us might want 16 GB. I mean, at least some of us who do extensive multitasking, but then that's an option that's not available with the MacBook. So that's a big minus for me as well as many others out there. Moving on. Number 5, the USB-C port. Yep, I know that I spoke highly about the USB-C port in my previous video where I speak about why I love the MacBook, but then just one USB-C port is a strict no-no for me. At least the Google Chromebook offers 2 USB-C ports. One you can use for charging and the other one you can plug into your various connectors and use them as numerous ports. But then having just one USB-C port forces you to connect it to a connector which has a charging port as well as the USB-C port and then connect it to multiple ports thereon. So this is a clever strategy by Apple to make you buy those expensive connectors. What I would suggest is, if you're going to buy the new MacBook, get those connectors in advance. So that's going to save you a lot of bucks, trust me. Moving on, number 6, the price point. At $1,200, I would get a MacBook Pro which retails at the same price instead of the MacBook 2015. I mean, the MacBook 2015 is sexy, it's hands down the gorgeous design, but then it's not really that powerful. And with the MacBook Pro, I get a Core i5 or even an i7 processor. That is huge to me for video editing or photo editing. It does everything so much better than the Core M processor, and it gives you extra backup as well, all at the cost of a few extra millimeters. I would say that's worth the sacrifice considering the fact that you're getting a better processor, a better RAM, and the option to go for higher storage capacities. So the MacBook Pro is definitely the way to go. Or if you're hell-bent on getting this sexy device, there's one more reason, the second generation of the Retina MacBook lineup. We've seen this a lot with Apple. I mean, the first generations are okay. The consequent generation, Apple does so much improvements on them and they become actually usable. So what I'd suggest is that you wait for the second generation of the MacBook and hopefully they'll have at least 2 USB-C ports or extra maybe. So that could really be a powerful device. I mean, you could also see a better processor. Since the chipset industry is growing at an exponential pace, we never know what to expect. Maybe you might get a processor that's as good as the Core i5 and one that can fit into the second generation of the MacBook as well. So keep an eye on that. And there's one more thing I didn't want to convey in the list of cons because you can pretty much fix it with an external device, and that would be the camera. I mean, seriously, a VGA camera on a display that's almost Quad HD in resolution? Apple, I guess you've lost your mind. You should have at least included a 5 megapixel shooter. And I think most would agree on this. And this is one key point that I deliberately eliminated from the list, mostly because of the fact that you can connect an external camera to it and make the quality so much better. So that's a couple of things I hate about the new Apple MacBook. So in case you're still interested to know about the 6 things we love with the new MacBook, you can click the link over here. So that's pretty much it. In case you like this video, please do give us a like and subscribe down below. That really helps. I'll catch you in the next video.